Hello, my name is Katie, and today I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT for marketing. So one of the things that you can do, I just want to do a brief overview before we jump into it. ChatGPT is basically a language learning model that you put your information in right here, and then it outputs whatever it comes up with. Basically, it is a very smart artificial intelligence bot that you can have all kinds of uses for. If you have any questions, you can always look into it a little bit up here and see more about it. But I have the version 4.0. I think that is, the latest model. And the other things that you can kind of do if you wanted to get really into it, aside from just marketing, is you can explore the different GPTs, which I'll show you in a minute. But otherwise, like, you can do it so that it's super simple. So if you're trying to do marketing, you would just basically go into detail with your prompt. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the whole entire process. So this is something that is super common. I'm a remote online notary that keeps getting rejected by title companies that say there is more fraud in the remote space than in person. Give me some talking points so this stops happening. So this is especially important if you do not have the knowledge base that you would necessarily need to know when you're talking to these title companies. So this is something that is very beautiful that pops out of everything that you would basically need to know. You do most likely have to fact check a good amount of this. If it is not, if it's not something that you're familiar with, you would want to look up sources. But so far, all of these are correct. So enhanced security measures, multi-factor authentication, credential analysis, knowledge-based authentication. That is all stuff that would help you in your argument to these title companies to say that it is more secure. So you would also go over the audit trails, the digital seals and certificates, the video recording. So basically, honestly, this is exactly what I would say to title companies as I am out in the space. Because this is usually the number one thing that you will get pushback on for when you are out marketing. So yeah, this is just, I mean, honestly, they said it. ChatGPT said it perfectly. It reduced human error. The workflows in RON reduced the potential for human error. I have a checklist that I use each and every time, so that way I make sure that there's nothing going on. I have my own space, so that way I can conduct the notarization without the signer's dogs running around or, spilling coffee all over my papers. So it just kind of makes it so that way there are things that you can bring up as points of contacts, points of argument, I guess, is another way that you could phrase it, to kind of go over it. You could go over success stories, training, education, fraud. Okay, so then this is beautiful. So I would probably do something where I would go over this, feel comfortable with it to be able to talk to these title companies. But then I'm going to take it one step further because I did say that we were going to talk about marketing, and marketing is more than just in person. So I'm going to make a new prompt. So, like, to be honest, you would most likely want to make these prompts a lot more detailed, but for brevity's sake, I'm just going to do this. So I said, make more content so that I can make some content I can make for social media as a content calendar for Instagram. So basically, this is the next thing that it would show you. You would do like these are very, very good ideas. So Monday is a myth busting post. So then you would have the content and then you would have the visual. So the other thing that you would want to do is, actually, this is great. So then you have these issues and like these things that you can say, not issues, pardon me, these talking points. So then you would want to take this over to probably Canva and then make some material on that and just go from there. But that's where I want to show you this next part. Oh, and just so you know, like, you do have to fact check and kind of quality control this whole thing. Because this doesn't make sense. The Friday fun fact, remote online notarization isn't just for documents. You can notarize wills, power of attorneys, and even real estate transactions. That doesn't make sense. So you have to take these with a grain of salt and look over everything. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. But if you post some of this, you will look silly. So otherwise, you're going to go over to Explore GPTs over on the left-hand side. There are a ton of different types of bots or GPTs that are already made. What we're going to do is look for the Canva one. So I'm going to go ahead and start the chat. What I have already done is I have already linked my Canva to this. So I'm going to say, make a graphic that would work for this. So it's going to come up with some options. I'm just going to think about it. Okay, so this is another thing that I wanted to show you and I missed it and I'm sorry. But it basically pops up with these different graphics that you can then click on and do. So benefits remote online notarization. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And then it's going to pop up. Let's see. Yeah. So then it's going to pop up with this. So what you would do after that is personalize it. You can go ahead and switch it over to your brand colors, add in your information, change it around to whatever you would like. But it really does have, like you can see where it has a bunch of the different things that you would want to put on there, where it says the efficiency boost, enhanced security, convenient solution. And then you would just hit share and then go ahead and either put it on your content system or post it right then. So this looks like it would be a infographic. So I don't know how well that would translate to Instagram. So you might have to go over here to where it says resize and switch, and then switch it over to an Instagram post and then hit continue and then copy and resize. So it's not faultless, but then after that, you would have to move this around so that way it doesn't look like this, which wouldn't take too long, but it is something that you're going to have to kind of play around with. But otherwise, that is it. That is how I would use ChatGPT to make this type of thing. So like if you don't like either of these, you can always give it more enhancements or talk about specific things that you want it to do. And then it will pop up with the different options. So it does not, so far, this does not do video. Like you wouldn't really be able to do video, but this does. So you would just go over to the left-hand side where you would do like elements, and then you can look up different videos and then make it into a reel, or make it into an infographic. So that way there's some movement to your Instagram or any of your posts, and then just kind of go from there. But that is how I would start marketing towards law firms. This is basically my whole entire way of doing the market research and getting the information that I would need in order to create my marketing plan and everything like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Also, feel free to check out Pro Notary. So we are a remote online notarization solution that will help you benefit your business, will help you streamline your whole entire process. We do have a partner referral program. I will leave that in the description box below. But otherwise, thank you. If you have anything specific that you would like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.